right? Because when people see you, they should see your personality. When people see you, they should see your character. When people see you, they should see something special about you. When people see you, they should recognize who you are. They should not be looking at your image of what you look like, but they should recognize who you are as an individual. So what cup are you holding today? So everyone hold up your left hand. This represents your toxic cup. Everybody hold up your right hand. This represents your healthy cup. So in both hands, you're going to feel it today with the positivity of knowing that there will be no more toxic image thoughts about where you're going in life. There will be no more toxic image thoughts about worrying about your future. There'll be no more toxic image thoughts of wondering how will you look in the next day, and the next day, and the next day. That gets exhausting, right? Your mind is exhausted. You are exhausted. You become exhausted worrying about an image that you are trying to fill with your own mind. So instead of filling your mind with cups of toxicity, with cups that make no sense, it's time to take a greater measure on your life. This represents an apple. They tell us an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If I eat my apples, I'm going to be so healthy. If I eat apples every day, I'm going to be so balanced. If I eat apples, I'm going to feel so well, right? But how different is this from eating a piece of chicken? How different is this from eating a hamburger? How different is this from eating other food items, right? When you take care of your body, you understand that wellness is essential for your health. Wellness is essential for your healthy living habits. Wellness is essential for you living a happy, long life and taking care of your body. So this apple represents that. But not only does it represent that, there's an acronym that I want to give to you. And the first part of it says this. Write this down. Letter A. Ask yourself, am I supposed to do this right now? Am I supposed to do this right now? Are you supposed to be worrying about life right now? Are you supposed to be worrying about your circumstance right now? Are you supposed to be worrying about how fit you will be and how small you'll be? Are you supposed to worry about it right now? So that's the first part of apple. Next part is the P. Put my stressful thoughts aside. How many of you know there's nothing more stressful than you getting ready to go work out at the gym and you see all these people in there and they're at the gym. You see all of them on their machines. They're getting it on. They're like, oh, I got this. And you come in like you haven't been at the gym in weeks and you're like, oh my God, look at all these people. Oh my goodness. So when you come in there, you're walking, you want to be just like them. So you try to lift up the little machines and try to work them. And you try to pretend like you got it because everybody in there is working out, so you got to pretend like you can work out too. So you're lifting your muscles on one side, you're lifting your muscles on the other side, and you're exercising, right? You're getting your body fueled, you're getting your body in motion, you're exercising. Why? Because you feel like you have to have the need to fit in with what other people are saying that you need to do. But the next thing I want you to know about this, right, is to pause and reflect. Reflect for a moment on where you want to go. Reflect on a moment of where you want to go in life. If your future is consistent on where you want to be and you have not gotten there yet, if you are wanting to build a healthcare for yourself, if you're wanting to take care of your body and build wellness activities for yourself, if you want to work out for 30 minutes every day, write it down on a piece of paper. It's important that when you write it down, you give yourself an understanding of knowing in 30 minutes, I'm going to work out. 45 minutes, I'm going to do this activity. 45 minutes, I'm going to commit to doing this every day. And you create a healthy habit, not one that is ritualistic, not one that is rigid, not one that is tiresome, but it's one that is consistent that you can stick with, right? So the next part is this. Listen to the heartbeat of the moment and its timing. So everybody put your hand on your heart for a moment. Pat your hand on your heart. All right. So you're going to listen, and then everyone cup your hand at your ear. So you're listening, look around at your neighbors, see if they're listening. Okay? So as you cup your hand, you're listening that you want to make a change in your life, there's a scream that comes from the world telling you what you need to be. There's a scream that comes from the world defining who you should become. But there's an even greater scream that's coming from you that says, this is who I am. This is how I'm going to stand. This is what I'm going to walk in. And this is what I am going to become today. A person that loves themselves. Shout it out. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
When it's important that you make that declaration over yourself to make a sounding noise that society knows that you love yourself, that you care about the image that you carry, that you care about the image that you have inside of you, that you care about where you are going, because it's ever so important to know that, because you are valuable. So the next part of the letters, I want you to know this. E, excel and accelerate and create a momentum in your balance. So when you're going through life, you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta be in shape, I gotta be healthy, I gotta look like this. I see all these people around me, and you're running through life. You're running, trying to make an activity, you're running, trying to make choices, you're running, trying to do things, you're running. But when you get to the end of that race that you're running, where is the finish line taking you? Where is your finish line course that you are trying to make it in today? Where is the part that you want to end at? Where is the part that you want to end your race at being? Is it going to be in worrying about your size? Is it going to be counting calories at the end of the day where you can be celebrating with friends? Is it going to be worrying about your image? It's so exhausting. I can't tell you how much I was exhausted constantly as a teenager, exhausted. And my coach, he woke me up and he told me this when I came to a practice. He said, Monique, you'll never get anywhere running on empty. And those words resonate to me to today. You will never get anywhere running on empty. But when you have substance within yourself, when you have a knowledge of knowing that this is more than I want to become, when you have an understanding of knowing that there is fuel in life, everyone scream, fuel of life. There is a fuel of life, hashtag fuel of life. That is important that you get there. It's important that you recognize it, and it's important that you understand it. So here are some other tips I want you to know. What is balance? Webster's Dictionary defines balance as this: a physical equilibrium, the ability to retain one's balance, an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady, a condition in which different elements are equal or in correct proportions, to keep or put in a steady position so that it does not fall. So when you think of something being balanced, right, the proportions are in numeration. There's nothing that's falling off. They're both equal. So when you understand and know that exercising is not about extremity, exercising is not about you counting points every day, counting calories every day, counting your life every day, but it's about your health and your well-being as opposed to counting numbers. So another thing I want you to know is this. This is so important. Say this with me: a balanced mind, and a balanced image. So your body image is important because you are filling your life with things that are more balanced. You're filling your image with less stress, right? So I had to understand that because I was living a life that was not balanced. First off, my schedule was not balanced. I was in college in every club that they could be in. It was FBLA, it was track and field, it was a riding club, it was everything I could possibly do. There was no balance. And this drew me to exhaustion. This drew me to understanding is this how you want to live every day, constantly worrying about what people think about you? It gets you nowhere. At the end of the day, 99% of the people that you think are worried about you do not care anything about you.
I know that.
So you are worried about something that doesn't even have value to you. You're worried about exercising. It doesn't even matter that you're exercising, right? Because your body image is everything that you created to be. Your body image is your love and well-being for yourself. So another thing I want you to know is this, that living a balanced life has literally saved my life. Because I was constantly that student in college who took as many maximum credit hours as they could possibly be to get through the school year, worked 2 jobs, was the first in my family to go to college. I came from nothing, was living in the projects, we had nothing. We were struggling to make it, but I was determined to do something with my life. I was determined to make something of my life. I was determined to not live in the less than, but to become someone that believed in the greater. And the greater was not in my body image. The greater was not in my intellect. The greater was found in my belief in love in God and myself. So it's so important that you understand that you can come from nothing. You can come from the scums of the earth. You can come from the bottom. And where I live in a single parent home. My mother, she struggled with 3 kids trying to make it. My father left when I was younger. We had nothing. But I was determined that in my life that I will become something great. I was determined that I will live a life that exuded the excellence of where God was taking me. I was determined that there was more to life than exercising. There was more to life than getting on the elliptical for 45 minutes every day. There was more to life than what I was doing to constantly badger myself. So I understood the principle and concept that loving myself was equivalent to loving others. Because I had to first learn how to love me. I had to first learn how to understand what it is to love myself. Because I had not done that for years. From being suffering in the hospital, from having tubes in my arms, from being in the hospital bed sick, trying to fuel myself, and trying to have doctors to feed me because I would refuse to feed myself. Because of an image that I thought in my mind that I had to be, because of an image that I put inside of my own mind that I thought that I had to become, because of an image that society placed before me and told me that I had to be, when all actuality, you don't have to be that image. When all actuality, you don't have to be what people are saying you can be, but you need to be the person that you are called to be. That person is resonated in the greatness of where you're walking in. That person represents the future of where you're taking your life in. That person represents healthy. That person represents balance. That person represents success in society. So that's ever so important. So I had to leave myself with these things. Who am I? Am I just going around gaining accolades, gaining awards, gaining certificates? Because I have numerous amounts of those. I've done so many accomplishments. First in my family to get a doctorate degree. First in my family to go to college. First in my family to write a book. First in my family to do so many things. But at the end of the day, if your image about yourself and you don't love yourself and you don't care about yourself, none of those things matter. Because you first have to love yourself. You first have to care about you. You first have to care about your well-being. You first have to care about where you want to do in life. So instead of destroying myself every single day, instead of destroying my body every single day, suffering, constantly working out, constantly starving myself, constantly making myself throw up, constantly doing these things to my body, I didn't realize that it was affecting my relationships with others around me. That people who cared about me started reaching out and saying, hey, why are you doing this to yourself? And you need to have that accountability from people that say, hey, why are you doing this to yourself? We need to just shake ourselves for a moment. Can we take a minute to shake your neighbor for a minute? They let you touch them. I know the whole COVID. They let you touch them. Hey, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you causing yourself so much right now? Why are we put so much pressure on ourselves. We put so much pressure on the moment that we feel that we have to change things. And it's so important that we understand that there's so much greater than that. So write this down. Your health is your fuel station. If you're constantly fueling your health with toxic thoughts, if you're constantly fueling your health and your body with toxic things, filling it with junk, eating sugar constantly, not eating healthy, not taking care of your body, not caring about what you put in your body, if you're constantly fueling your life with toxic, you're gonna come out with toxic, right? In the Bible, it says you reap what you sow. So if you're pouring in something that's toxic, right, you don't reap any good from this. You're gonna pour out junk. You're gonna pour out bad things from yourself. So I want you to look at this cup. It represents stains of your life. It represents the stains of pain that you've experienced. It represents the stains of your thoughts in your mind that you constantly battle with. It represents the stains of what you have put yourself under in the pressure that you no longer need to have anymore. And then I want you to look at this cup because it represents balance. What does balance do? It creates change. It creates absolute thought of knowing that you don't have to continue to be the superhero person that you're trying to be every day and think that you have to work out so much, but you can have balance. You can fuel your life with balance. You can fuel your day daily with balance. You can fuel your time with balance. It's ever so important that the thoughts that you put in your mind are created effectively. It's ever so important that the thoughts that you fuel your life with are ever so important that you care about your well-being. Years ago, I did not care about my well-being. And other people around me saw that. I saw that. And it's so important that you understand that your well-being matters, that your health matters. Everyone say, my health matters.
My health matters.
My health matters.
My health matters.
It's important to know that your health matters, not only to yourself, but to others around you that care about you, to others around you that are working with you, to others around you that are pushing you, to others around you that believe in you, to others around you that want to see something happen in your life. You have to understand that it's important that you go after it and you become greater in that moment. It's essential to all that you are doing. That's ever so important. And so the last part I want you to leave you with is this. As you change your mindset, right, there's a change element that happens in the growth pattern of where you're taking your thought patterns. So you're constantly looking for change, but you don't put any action to it. So in order for me to work out, I actually have to go to the gym. In order for me to change my thoughts, I have to stop thinking negatively. In order for me to make a change in my life, I have to stop doing what I was doing before. So everyone stand up for me. We're going to do an action step. So we're going to do our action step. All right, so we're going to make a conscious decision today that we're going to put aside toxicity and we're going to step into a mind that is healthy, a mind that is thinking change, and a mind that is oriented correctly. So let's put our one foot forward, another foot forward, and now you're going to say to yourself, I am stepping into change. I have a balanced mind. I'm no longer thinking toxic thoughts.
I'm no longer thinking toxic
But
thoughts.
I'm fueling my life with good things.
I am filling my life with good things.
So I'm excited for every person that is here today. I'm going to bless somebody today that is in the room. I want to see change happen in your life. This is one of my best-selling books that I have out. It's called Accelerate. I've written so many books before, and this is one of the 14 books that I've written. I'm also in Jumpstart Your Mind with Dr. Charmaine, Dr. Henley. We have that book together. But this book, I want to be a blessing to someone in the room. So the first person that stands up can have it. Okay, it's yours. I saw you. You're welcome. May you accelerate. So the thing that I had to know is that I had to believe in myself again. And so God had me to write this book called Accelerate. And as I was writing it up, I wrote it. I was so excited to get it done. It was finished, and I was submitted to Amazon. In the moment that I submitted it to Amazon, the thumb drive, I looked on it, and the book was completely wiped out. And I started screaming and crying, oh my God, where's this book? Where's this book? I have to submit it for Amazon for the pre-sale, and it's not here. And immediately I panicked. It was gone. And so I had to sit down for a moment and think about it. What can I do now? So I was sad. I got on Clubhouse. They had this prayer room, and this man of God, he was on there. He was praying. He prayed for me. And he said, I see this book taking you farther than you can imagine. I see this book making such a difference in your life that you can ever think of. And so don't think of this book as lost, but think of it as a new beginning of where as you write your new book that is going to change forever. So I sat down. And I don't know where this came from, but it was such a new jubilation of just writing that came over me. I just wrote and wrote and wrote for 3 days straight, constantly without stopping, just writing. And I was able to complete 57 pages. Got up and wrote again, and all 93 pages of the book were done. There was an acceleration that was upon the book because this is your time of acceleration. You're not going to be in stagnant thoughts anymore. You're not going to be stumped by troubles anymore. You're not going to be stumped by your moment anymore. But you're going to accelerate into purpose for where you're going in life. So I want you to know today that you're going further than you can imagine. Look at someone around you and say, hey, I'm going further than I can imagine.
I'm going further than I can imagine.
I'm doing big things, honey.
I'm doing big things, honey.
It's your time to accelerate into a greater purpose of knowing that you have more that you're going to accomplish in life. And it's not about sitting down counting calories anymore, but this is about doing bigger and better things for your future. This is your moment. Say, this is my defining moment.
This is my defining moment.
Yes, this is your defining moment that you step onto a new stage in life called accelerate. That you step into a new pattern in life called greatness. That you step into a new path called freedom. That you are not stuck in your mindset of counting anymore of your weight size. That you're not stuck in your body image anymore. That you're not stuck in where you were before. But now you're stepping into a new path. Your image is not about how you look anymore, but who it is that you're becoming, who it is that you are, and who it is that you are to others. So make a difference in this lifetime. Make a difference to those around you. Don't sit around anymore worrying about how you look. And don't sit around being vain about how you look either, because there's an opposite to that as well. You can be the one that's constantly taking the pictures and posing and never seeing anyone else around us. So have a balance to your life. Have a balance to what you're doing with your health. And have a balance for your future. Because when you have that balance, you no longer carry around cups that weigh you down. But instead you're carrying around a healthy, balanced mindset. You will no longer have toxic thoughts, because now you exuberate the freedom of walking in a better mindset of knowing that your health matters. Not only your health, but your mental health matters. I was that person with the eating disorders, but I gained freedom through Christ. And you can gain freedom as well. You don't have to be that person worried about your size. If you have a struggle with eating disorders, come see me. I can help you. I want you to know today that you don't have to be that person worried about your weight anymore. You don't have to be that person worried about your image anymore, but you continuously love yourself. So you are called to love yourself.
Amen.
So the last thing I want to say to you is this. All of you say,
I love
myself.
myself.
Okay, now I want you to look at the next person next to you and say, hey, I love you.
Hey, I love you. I love you, and you're beautiful.
Okay, excellent. So today, go today with a healthy mindset of knowing that love is fueled through not just your cups of life, but you're going to do great and awesome things, and you're going to celebrate with purpose because you matter, your health matters, and this is going to forever change you. My name is Dr. Monique Rodgers. It's been a pleasure being here with all of you today. I hope that you continue to grow and accelerate in all of the things that you want to become in life and more. And thank you so much for having me on stage.
Woo! Woo!
Thank you.